today on 15 on 15.
A new program on Aruba allows graduates who finish at the top of their class a guaranteed management position at the Marriott. Plus, in today's lifestyle segment, we commemorate mothers. And leaders within Aruba's private sector is being asked to take part in a very important survey. Thank you for joining us. I'm Yentl Lieuw. The Marriott launched a voyage program giving students studying hospitality and tourism at the University of Aruba an incentive to finish at the top of the class. Reason being, once they do, they are guaranteed a management position at the Marriott once they graduate. Stakeholders, part of the Marriott Voyage program, signed the system into effect. The program recognizes and acknowledges Aruban talent. It is a fact many of the general manager and leadership positions at hotels on the island are occupied by individuals from abroad. One of the objectives of the Voyage program is to open up more of these positions to Arubans.
And by doing so, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be strengthening the foundation of Aruba. Because as many people who know who have been in the tourism industry for a number of years, many of the managers have not been Aruban. They've come from abroad. And therefore, you don't always understand the culture of Aruba, don't understand what tourism means to Aruba. And if you don't have that feeling, yes, you're working, it's a job for you, but really, in essence, for an Aruban, it's not a job, it's a vocation, it's a calling. It is what we are.
The island is known for its friendly people. Workers, part of the hospitality industry, provide genuine service for a reason.
When we give service, it's not service because we're getting a tip, we're getting dollars, we're getting a thank you. We're giving service because as Arubans, a cena nos tahasi, et a fodinos corazón, as they would say in Papimento. But then what Marriott is doing through the Voyager program is taking the elite of the students who are coming through the university, who are graduating from the university, and then being able to say to you, you know what I'm going to do you? I'm going to nurture you. I'm going to take this raw product and produce a future GM, a future leader, somebody who may initially even do an Aruban brand of hotels.
Since providing great quality service is part of Aruban's DNA per se, it only makes sense to develop these staff members into leaders. For the students who finish at the top of the class, to step into a management position right away with the Marriott is a tremendous opportunity to develop themselves further within the field after graduating.
Not that our graduates would ever need an incentive to graduate, but boy, what an incentive this is. You graduate in your top part of your class, you're basically guaranteed not just a job, but you're going to walk into a management job in Marriott, which will give you the experience to Aruba, which will allow you to give access to all the Marriotts throughout the world, gain massive experience, and what you're going to do, you're going to come back home because your roots will still be here. So a Voyager program, this is just unbelievable advantage for these students and for the next generation still to come. It's just a fantastic program.
The Voyage program is a step forward in resolving Aruba's brain drain issue. Many students will want to stay on the island to study and have a shot at the opportunity with the Voyage program. Now, speaking of the Marriott, its neighbor and sister company, the Ritz-Carlton, recently hosted press members to help out nonprofit organizations and foundations on the island by gambling. The charity slot tournament hosted by the Ritz-Carlton started at the lobby's new sushi offering. Press members from radio, print, and television had the opportunity to try the latest culinary experience. Afterwards, it was game on inside the casino. Each member of the press played for a charity of their choice. There isn't much to it to the slot tournament. The key to success is pressing the spin button as fast as possible, as seen here. It sounds easy, but it is a lot of work and a lot of fun as well, might I add.
For us, it's very important that the community of Aruba knows that the Ritz-Carlton Aruba, we work a lot with community footprints. We always want to give back to the island of Aruba, and that's why we are very involved in community footprints. Let's say, for example, right now we're doing the charity slot tournament in the casino, where the members of the press are playing for a charity. They have chosen a charity that they will be playing for, and the one who wins will win. Actually, we have three different prices. We have 2,000 florins, 1,000 florins, and 500 florins. So 3 winners will give back to a charity of their choice.
I made it to the top 5, but unfortunately didn't win. I was representing the Autism Foundation. The good news is, though, one of the winners was also representing the same foundation I was, so we were still able to generate some winnings for them. Kasukuna was the big winner overall. 2 out of the 3 winners represented that specific cause. We'll be right back. Stay with us. After the break, it is common for men to find a spouse who looks like their mom. Find out why next. Welcome back from the break. You are watching 15 on 15. Today's lifestyle segment centers around mothers to commemorate Sunday, of course. It's been said that the bond between a mother and her offspring is irreplaceable. In celebration of Mother's Day, we found a short video to prove that. Just by scent and touch, children are able to identify who their mom is when choosing from a group of women. Take a look.
Twisting vines of time, you're in their grasp. A staircase to climb, breathing in gasps. The wind only knows what happened to me. I know you're a rose trapped beneath the sea. This I know, I'll never let you down. This I know, I'll never let you down. Bruises on all the trees, echoing sound. If you're down on your knees for the final count, this I know, I'll never let you down.
What a meaningful experiment. Moving over to more mom news. According to a new scientific research, men are attracted to women who look like their mothers. Researchers in Finland recruited 70 men and women and compared the face of each person's spouse to the participants' opposite sex parent. The distributing results indicated that while the women's husbands looked nothing like their fathers, the men were likely to end up with women who significantly resembled their moms. According to scientists, there is nothing unnatural about men being attracted to women who resemble their mothers. Here's why. Evolution and natural selection have pre-programmed people to seek out partners who come from their same species group. And since men's earliest and closest contact is with their mothers, they become the template that guys seek out. Meanwhile, fathers, no matter how dedicated and present, they simply don't leave the same type of imprint on their daughter's mate preferences. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Coming up next, an online survey aims to better the leadership approach on this island. What kind of leadership does Aruba practice within its business sector in order to drive success amongst employers as well as employees? A new online survey being launched on the island aims to tackle this leadership question. The Caribbean Institute for Leadership Studies, together with the University of South Carolina and Amistad, have come together to gather local data for the development of Aruba's business sector.
This national survey is started off as a need that we measured several years ago with people from the industry and any company owners that eventually they participate at conferences, any seminars, trainings that are very valuable to them. However, they always bring forward that this information is mostly based on international thought processes.
The objective of the survey is to identify the type of leadership that Aruba has adopted. How does management on the island go about supervising their staff for optimal results?
So the question always came forward on, what is leadership in Aruba? What type of leadership styles do we have here in Aruba? So with that question always coming up, we decided that it was time to create a survey and on a national basis to find out from company owners how they lead their people in the company.
The survey is not designed for everyone. The Chamber of Commerce has sent out the survey accordingly. Here is who it is for.
Those who can participate in this specific survey, which is the first one of a series of surveys, is specifically tailored to business owners. In the private sector, I have to also emphasize, it's for the private sector, business owners, or any CEO, top management level of the company. And it is extremely important for them also, because once we have all the data and we analyze it and we interpret it, it will be shared back to the community. So they will have access to the entire population of the surveys, not only to theirs, but for the entire population. And it's extremely significant for them to be able to reflect on how they are leading their own company.
The survey will be launched on May 11th. We will have further details on the next show. Stay tuned for Noticia Amanochi, that is coming up. And as for 15 on 15, we will see you next time.